That's all we want to do is chop it.
It's blues. It's pop. It's spades.
And he doesn't sound like he used to sound.
And yes, rock and roll is it.
He was Motown. I mean, come on, man. That was it. Motown dominated. Chopping it up on the music. Influences, players, innovations, songs, and we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it moving.
Where you had self-contained bands.
Hey, what's up there, Mark J?
We're just chopping it up for the day, brother.
Wow, well, it's, I know this is our first recording or our first show for the week. We usually have a couple under our belt by now, but that's all good. It gave us time to kind of like sit back and reassess, look at what we've already done, actually coming up with new things that we want to do.
Got some new stuff in the making.
Got some new stuff in the making and all of that good stuff. And speaking of which, who do we have on the chopping block today?
Today we have a bassist from Philadelphia, and his name is Mike D. Hey, Mike.
Hey,
what's
there
he
is. What's up, Mike?
Brother?
All right, wonderful to be here. Wonderful to be here.
All right, the brother from the Brotherly Love City, huh?
Brotherly love, brotherly love.
Yes.
Got some extraordinary bass players coming out of there.
Oh,
all right.
musicians all together, all around musicians. They had a whole sound, the Philadelphia sound, and
that's right,
and all of that.
So, Mike, let's chop it up a little bit. Give us a little bit of your background there.
All right, chopping it up.
Be chopping it up.
Yeah,
brother.
coming out of that Philly, brotherly love down here in the ATL.
Ah,
Out Atlanta, rise up.
there you go.
Just will say this is my second home. A little, right at the 20-year mark.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So you're dug in pretty deep right about now.
I'm dug in.
You dug in deeper than an Alabama tick.
We are there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Give us a little bit of background, Mike.
Started playing as a little kid in the church there. You know, you in the church choir and they had the pianos around, so you start playing on the pianos, and then my parents sent me to take music lessons, and like I say, that continued through grade school and high school and college and into the military, you know. But I really got interested in that bass, though, you know, when I was in the military. I messed with the keyboard some, you know, a little bit on the guitar, you know. But that love comes from that bass, you know. That love,
Yeah.
you know.
When did you know it was the bass? When did you know it was, hey man, I gotta have the bass. This is what I'm gonna do.
To me, my fingers felt better on that bass than on that guitar.
Okay.
You know, those strings get kind of sharp.
Yeah. So your first, I guess, what you would consider your first main instrument, was the guitar at first, or was it piano at first?
Actually, it was piano.
Okay.
Piano and trumpet, actually.
Oh, wow.
I took a few trumpet lessons, but this area up in here, they couldn't hold it.
Oh, really? Oh, the jaws couldn't take the pressure, huh?
So I let my fingers do the walking, you know?
Yeah. And then you have to have the lips for it and everything. And it's funny, you mentioned that you played all those other instruments before gravitating towards the bass guitar. And what I have found, especially when it comes to, and Mark J and I have talked about this, when I notice musicians who, let's say, study the trumpet or the saxophone, then gravitate towards the bass, they are way more formidable as a bass player, as a person that's taking that instrument and truly elevating it outside of a how can you say, a supportive instrument,
right,
to literally a major upfront instrument.
Right.
i.e. Marcus Miller, i.e. Victor Wooten,
Right.
i.e. the king of them all, in my opinion, Larry
Yeah.
Graham.
Larry Graham.
Yeah, and you
So,
know what?
yeah.
I left out a name in that list. I have to. Now, you guys know when I repeat a word, it really means something to me. It's Stanley Clark.
Stanley Clark.
Yeah, out of that list. So I'm gonna back it up and add him in there as well.
Okay.
As a fellow bass player, that was my upbringing.
Yeah. Mike, so you mentioned you was in the Army. Did you get to play a lot in the Army, or?
Oh yeah, play throughout my 23 years, I must add.
Yeah,
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
23 years. So
Yeah.
I celebrate every month when I get that paycheck in the mail. Well, today is direct deposit.
Very good. Hey, and we want to thank you for your service. And I say that to everyone I meet or come across who have served in the armed services in any degree, to any degree. Because if it wasn't for that, we would all be speaking with a British accent and or with a German accent or German. So Mike, okay, so you eventually got to the bass guitar as your main instrument. And you said it was Earth, Wind, and Fire. So is it safe to say that it was Verdine White that basically
at that time
was the person that really impressed you to take that instrument up?
Yeah.
Is that right? Well, the thing about Verdine White, and I must say, he is one of the most excitable. He's the one. I mean, I'm speaking pretty much I'm just thinking bass players in general. He is the happiest bass player I think I've ever seen play the instrument. Always smiling, cheek. I mean, from ear to ear, and moving and grooving, and his energy level never let up. Even if he was playing the simplest thing. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, hats off to him. I mean, that's the kind of spirit that I remember that I got out of Verdine White, that was just so embedded in that musical spirit that band that band basically created. That it was incredible to watch.
Especially with all the antics, man, all the flying up in the air.
Oh yeah. After they became really big, man, all the visuals and such during those live concerts. So all right, so you pick up the bass. Earth, Wind, and Fire, favorite group, and Verdine White was your one of your heroes, I should say, your first hero. Tell us about subsequent heroes.
Yeah, I mean, you named them all.
Oh,
You'd already named.
I'm sorry, Mike. When you bring
them all, right? Fender Precision.
Okay. Oh, P-bass.
P-bass. The P-bass.
So your first Fender was a P-bass.
Right.
Gotcha.
At that time, I was getting into the smacking and the spacking and the popping like old Larry Graham,
Oh yeah. I gotta interject here though, Mike.
Okay.
I gotta pay homage to Larry Graham. You know what Larry Graham calls it? Thumping and plucking.
And plucking.
I don't know where the slap and popping comes from.
Yeah.
I have to say, let the technique be named and known by the inventor of that particular technique. He calls it thumping and plucking, and I always bring this up because it only makes sense. It's his technique. It's thumping and plucking. Right. And so. I'm not sure where the slapping comes. I think that actually comes from more of is that a classical technique or a jazz? Is that a jazz technique?
Yeah.
They call it slapping because they're slapping the upright like this.
But actually true, yeah.
So maybe that's where it comes from.
You had acoustic bass players back there doing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back in
Right.
And I think that's where Stanley got that on his acoustic bass, doing that. I don't think that's a new technique. I think
No,
no,
acoustic
it's
players
not.
have been
Yeah.
doing
because
this.
even they did do that on even the upright bass,
Yeah.
and that's a nice challenge to do, to play.
Yeah,
The
I was
upright,
saying though. Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah. He
Yeah.
does that.
I've only
seen
tried
Stanley
it a
do
few
that
times.
stuff. He's
Yeah.
going like this on that acoustic bass,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
thumbing
And
chords and
most,
stuff.
and most of them you can pick up with your 2 fingers. It looks like it's heavy, but it's only like 2 fingers you can pick it up.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. Well, so you started your the Let It Rip band, and you started playing around Atlanta and such as well.
Right, under Let It Rip band.
Well, I'd like us to segue into one of the songs that the Let It Rip band wrote with you as their bass player and leader and co-author. Can you tell us the name of the song there, Mike?
Well, actually, yeah, there's 2. The Seasons Change and also Rock Steady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So which one are we going to kick it off with there, Mark J?
Seasons change.
Whoa, nice. Nice, man. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
That is, again, that is R&B in its purest form. You know, we love it. We love it.
Right.
We were talking not too long ago on another show how, you know, they're kind of doing this mix, you know, this mix of genres, and you're not quite sure if something's R&B or if it's pop, which R&B and pop are kind of the same thing. But then you have this, you know, like
hybrid.
EDM or some type of offshoot from hip hop kind of mixed in with it, and you just don't know what it is, which is not really a complaint because music is music. But again, being able to identify a particular genre undoubtedly is kind of refreshing, if you ask me. Mike, what a wonderful tune. Thanks for sharing that. I'd like to ask you, what's your process when you come up with a song idea or arranging a song and actually taking it all the way through the recording process? Can you tell us what that's like for you?
Well, the first thing, as me, if it comes into your mind, so many things go through. So you want to grab that pen, you want to grab that paper. If it's in the middle of the night, you want to get up and write it down. Because you may have something else that comes before you actually get up that next morning that took it away. You know, so write it down. You may don't want to get up in the morning, but if you're in that process, have some paper and a pencil next to your bedside, and you can jot it down, you know. Then, educational wise, take a writer's workshop. Go to a workshop. There's so many different people doing workshops. Try different versions of them, you know, and get other people's opinions of your song, how it's coming over to them, you know. Treat it as, if you don't want to treat it as a song at the beginning, treat it as a poem, as poetry, you know, because music, it's almost like telling your story or somebody else's story. You know, it's a chain, you know, from something started at the beginning and then it's going to end in a certain way.
Yeah.
So, you know, basically that's what it is. Write it down, go to workshops, get other people's opinions, and don't be afraid that it sounds off the wall. Sometimes it may sound off the wall to you, but someone else may say, hey, I can relate to that. I can say it's your music, so there's not a right way or wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's great. That's great advice for a budding songwriter. What you're saying, what you're doing now, you're dropping some nuggets on those who would want to do this. You're saying first, understand the process by taking a class or a seminar. You're saying that will be a good jumping off point for them.
Jumping off point, right? Right? Yeah.
Do you ever start an idea with the bass, with your bass?
Oh yeah, that's the original right there. Just start playing a scale. Of course, scale's going to give you pretty much a tune that's going to be ear fitting. But when you just get on there and just play notes and play this and play that, and then all of a sudden you may fall into a groove pocket. Once again, have a note and a piece of paper around, jot it down.
What are you using, Mike? I mean, what are you playing on?
I do a Marcus Miller, like I was talking about earlier. I like the Marcus Miller 5-string.
And that's is that a V7, Mike? What is that?
That's the V7. I'm sorry, that's the V7 series.
Okay.
V7. V7s. You know, it
nice.
Has that backup pickup in the back.
Oh yeah.
You know, to get that deep sound. You know,
nice.
Also like the Fender Jazz. This is a little wooding.
Oh wow! Oh, that's nice.
On your Fender Jazz.
Oh, nice.
Both of these are 5 strings.
Yeah.
But I still like to get on that 4-string every once in a while.
Yeah, man, let him play. Come on, boy.
Oh, hey, okay. This is when Mike D chopping a few bars.
Yeah.
Rocksteady, baby. What it is, 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 what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
Well, Mike,
every once in a while, you do that background vocal too, you know.
There you go.
All right.
I see in the back you got a website there, so tell the audience where can they get a hold of you?
Oh yeah, Let It Rip Band. www.letitritband.com or
Okay.
www.letitritbandlive.com.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome. Very
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
And that's your website, and they can see where you guys are going to be and all
Where
of
it's
that.
gonna be, yeah, some videos, the history,
Oh,
information. Most of important where they can book me at.
There you go. There you go.
There you
how,
go.
how to book me? How to book me?
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, Mike. So now we're gonna play it out with a version of Rocksteady by the Let It Rip Band featuring Claudette King, the daughter of the late great B.B. King.
All right.
And as always,
All right.
let's chop it
Chop it up.
up.